What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about the Daiwa BG. This thing has blown away my expectations. I put this thing through hell and back, and this thing has just put up with everything I put it through. So we're going to talk a bit about how this thing is the best reel for under 100 bucks. Now, when I say under 100 bucks, I don't mean $99.99, all right? I actually mean under 100 bucks. Retail is $99.99 for the 2500, or correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's $99.99 for the 2500. But you can find this thing on Amazon for under 80 bucks at times, which is absolutely insane for the quality of the reel. So for an $80 reel, there's nothing to complain about. There's simply nothing to complain about when you get something this high quality for such a low price. And that's why it's pretty popular, is because it's 80 bucks on Amazon, but you're getting a lot of quality out of an $80 reel in this case. This thing has become really popular for surf fishing and jetty fishing and just all around fishing. I mean, this thing can hold up to anything you put it through. And what really triggered me to make this video is when I dropped this thing in the water when I was chasing a blue crab. I was a bit bummed when I actually did that. I was actually a bit excited to see if this thing could handle being dunked in salt water. And I wanted to see for myself if it could really handle that. And it did. Just listen. There is a bit of noise, but the only reason there's a little bit of noise is because I re-greased it without proper grease. It still feels smooth, but there is like a few parts like grinding up against each other or something, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. I could have honestly just left it alone and not re-greased it, because honestly, it didn't lose that much grease. It only lost a little bit. And honestly, I don't think many people would have noticed the difference after me dropping that thing in the salt water. So that really impressed me, when this thing can handle being dropped in salt water. I actually waited a few days too. I came back and checked on this thing and it was working perfectly fine. The drag is really smooth. I really like the drag on this thing. The bail closes no problem. Pretty smooth bail. Another thing I like is that they didn't add a joint right here like a lot of reel companies do. Sometimes corrosion can build up in that joint, and also it can kind of wiggle around and stuff, and it doesn't feel like a very smooth reel. So I like how they did that. It actually makes it feel a lot smoother when you don't have that joint right there, because it does move around a little bit. This thing can hold almost 200 yards of 15-pound braid, which is absolutely insane. That's honestly more than enough, but if you're doing some surf fishing or some jetty fishing, you're gonna need that extra line sometimes. The thing I like to admire is the look of the reel. That black and gold pattern just looks really cool. And I can match this up with just about any rod and it would look like a sweet setup. I actually heard some charter fishermen actually use these reels because it just looks that good. They can put it on their boat and outfit their boat with these things. The Daiwa BG can also take a few drops because it has that plastic plate right here at the bottom of the reel. So if it hits the deck, it's just gonna scratch up that part, or it probably won't even scratch. So if this part does get ruined, it's not a big deal. These parts on this reel don't cost much, which is awesome, because if one of these parts breaks off or eventually just wears down, you can always replace it, and it's usually not very expensive. All right, that's gonna do it for my review on the Daiwa BG. I am not an expert, as you can probably tell. This is just my review on it, and just my general take on the reel, and some things that I like about it. So can you beat this thing for 80 bucks? Honestly, I don't think this thing can be beat. One reel that I think might be able to beat the Daiwa BG is the Tsunami Shield, because I've heard a lot of good things about that. The Pen Battle 2, forget it. Nope, don't even try. Pen Battle 2. So that's gonna do it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.